Hi everyone, I'm Ruchika Bindra, and this week on Hashtag No Filter, we are talking about spring fashions and teenagers. Stay tuned, everyone. Hi everyone, welcome to one of my favorite episodes on Hashtag No Filter. I'm joking, I love them all, but we are talking about fashion, spring 2016, and trends for our female viewers, especially our female teenagers. I'd like to introduce today Desti D. Welcome to our show.
Thank you.
She is a lifestyle and fashion blogger. She's here all the way from UK, so I'm very excited to have her give us some ideas, some inspirations, and talk trends. So welcome.
Thank you.
I also have our fabulous panelists, Cassandra and Olivia. Hi, girls.
Hi.
I know fashion is always a fun topic to talk about, and there's so much to talk about it, so let's just get into it right away.
Yeah.
Why is fashion so important for teenagers?
I mean, like, coming from the UK, fashion is such a big thing because it's a form of, like, manner. Like, dressing well is such a huge thing over there. Even if you're just going to the mall, to school, like, dressing well is such a, like, huge thing for everybody.
Is it almost like a representation of, like, being polite or not?
Yeah, it's a representation of being classy, well polite, looking after yourself, dressing good, and you know, like, it just makes you feel really good. It enhances, like, your confidence.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Do you feel like teenagers over there, and I guess Canada too, now that you've been working here, they're very conscious more now than they ever were, like, a few years ago? Like, do you feel like it's always been this way?
Yes, I mean, with the social media and everything that's going on right now, with the whole society being driven into, like, having idolized people like Kim Kardashian, Kylie Jenner, it really drives the teen pretty crazy on how we should be looking at female, the way we're dressing in this society right now. Back in the days, like, we never really used to care how we look. We could just pretty much put on anything and everything and we would feel good because there's no such, like, hard standards. But now people look at you like, oh my God, she's not wearing, like, you know, the latest trend clothes, and it really kind of, like, increases, like, bullying and things like that in school. So in UK, everybody is always catching up to the latest trends and things like that because I think they feel pressured.
And the comparison, they don't want to have to kind of deal with that.
Exactly.
Okay, so girls, fashion, what is it to you? Do you kind of relate with what she's saying? Do you see it as sort of a pressure almost now, or do you still enjoy it? Do you still make it fun?
Yeah, I definitely agree with what she said about confidence, because that's the main reason why I would dress a certain way. It's the way I feel about myself. So when I go out, it's not necessarily to impress everyone, but it's more like if I know I look good in what I'm wearing, then I'll feel better about myself throughout the day. So
Like
I don't
your
know.
self-confidence on your own is heightened. What about you, Olivia?
Yeah, I also agree with both of them. Confidence, like, doesn't matter what you're wearing, as long as you're comfortable with what you're wearing, I think you'll be confident in it no matter what. Also, the point with school, my school specifically has uniforms, so it's nice to know that you're not being judged by what you wear at school.
Right.
So you could.
You don't have that pressure that a lot of schools have, or public schools that you don't have to wear a uniform. You have to come up with something to wear every day, and, like, I think you made a good point with social media. You're not just being compared anymore with your friends in class. You're being compared with, like, girls or celebrities or icons that are the same age as you, even though they're not attainable in your everyday life. You still kind of have to look into that sort of idea, right, of fashion. What would you say is one of the most challenging things for you being a blogger? Do you feel like when you represent fashion, you're almost like representing a certain look, or do you try to stay away from trends? Like, how do you kind of decide what's going to be big or what's going to be pushed this year?
Well, I mean, I keep up with a lot of trends, but I think diversity is a really important thing when you're a fashion blogger. I mean, a lot of bloggers, they tend to just, like, want to copy style exactly like Kim Kardashian, Khloe Kardashian, Karrueche,
Very
Rihanna.
celeb-imitated.
Exactly. And, you know, as a fashion blogger, I think it's, like, really good for you to stay unique, stay original, have your own trend, you know, mix and match different looks. It's not always about wearing the best thing, the most expensive stuff, the luxurious things, labels. Like, you can't walk into, like, Hudson Bay and what's the most expensive store that you guys have here?
It depends. Are you talking like
Like when we go to Holt Renfrew, that's it.
So that's luxury fashion and luxury
yeah,
branding.
in UK we would have like Selfridges, but everything over there is like over $300. We have no such budget at this day and age, especially when you're young. You don't have that kind of budget to like spend and wear things as similar as Kylie Jenner. So as a fashion blogger, I think it's important for me to be able to be relatable to young girls and tell them you can get this look by buying things from the high street stores, or you can even recreate your old like clothes that you have, even vintage clothes that your mom used to wear, and
if
things
you just
like
know
that.
how to mix and match, I guess.
As long as you know how to style it, that's right. I think that's really important as well.
So girls, for your fashion inspiration, what do you do? Do you guys like talk with your friends? Do you pick up like a copy of Teen Vogue? Are you guys on social media websites? Like, how do you decide, okay, I'm gonna go shopping this weekend and I want to imitate this look, or I really want to get that vibe?
Definitely history is repeating itself. So I've kind of been like looking at what my mom used to wear, and I'm like, I used to think it was ugly, and now I'm like, oh, it's pretty cute because that's what people are wearing
You're like
now.
your dress shirt tied up back in like, the 60s is like still bland. Now you're like, it's so in trend.
Yeah, exactly. And I find that what I go for my inspiration is definitely stuff from social media. So what celebrities are wearing, obviously you can't completely copy that, like she said, no one has that budget, but just kind of an idea what they're wearing on the streets. When there's paparazzi photos of what they're wearing shopping, I kind of like mimic that. Or even the stores, like any store you go to in the mall, if one trend is happening, all the stores have that trend right now.
That's right.
Does that bother you though? Like, do you feel as a teen like we're all gonna look the same because we're all following like the same look, and then the same stores are carrying the same thing, or do you kind of need to have an eye to find and pick things?
For me, I think that really does bother me in a sense where, young girls are now driven into like, categorized even into like looking a certain way. And on social media, that's a really bad thing because a lot of people now are actually like saying, oh my God, you're trying to look like Kylie Jenner so bad. Why are you trying to look like Kim Kardashian? But, like, all these fashion stores, that's what's driving you. Like, that's what's influencing you to dress that way. So it's not our fault.
Well, yeah, if that's the inventory in the store, what do you want us to pick up?
Exactly. So that's what these stores want you to wear. But other people are, sort of like commenting you quite negatively sometimes. And I get that quite a lot.
Because you look like a poser, or you look like somebody who's constantly imitating a vibe.
And it's like, I'm just wearing what I want to wear and what's available in stores, what I feel good and what I'm confident in wearing, right?
I think that's a really cool aspect that I didn't think about as well. Like, I think it's not so much sometimes what we want to wear, it's also sometimes what's around us and like what we're infiltrated with, because that's what we're going to see and we're going to think that's what's in trend. On the next part of our segment, I know we're going to look at some of the top, 5 trends that you would recommend. We're going to talk about what else we can do. So stay tuned, everybody. On the next segment, we're going to talk about the top 5 looks for spring. Welcome back to Hashtag No Filter with me, Richika Binder. We are talking with UK lifestyle fashion blogger Desti D about the 5 spring 2016 looks for female teenagers. So Desti, you have some great pieces. I'm really excited. So tell me about them. What's our first look?
Okay, so the first look's going to be casual, get ready, everyday, college, university, school type of look.
Casual day look.
Casual
day I love
look.
it. Let
That's
me see something.
Okay, so crop hoodie.
Okay, my favorite. I love crops.
A lot of people like, why would I want to spend so much money on crop hoodie? You don't have to. You can literally go on eBay, buy this for like $10, $15 and just like cut it. That's why it's called a cropped hoodie.
Could you take your old hoodies or like your brother's old hoodie and crop
like
it?
you can literally like cut any style of hoodies, like whether it's men's, women's,
really
just cut it into crop hoodies.
So very relaxed kind of a look.
Exactly, and I would like team that with a high-waisted denim, and that's one of like the essential must-have. You really need to have high-waisted denim.
Okay.
It just hides everything in the right places, so it doesn't give you that muffin top look. We don't want that.
No, we don't.
So high-waisted denims is literally must-have. At the moment, I'm wearing a high-waisted leggings. You can also go into like different materials. Different materials actually do make a difference. So if you don't like denims, you can go into suede. There's an example here. I have.
Oh, those are really nice.
Yeah.
And you can kind of make that day to night as well, right?
Exactly. So this can be like a day and night thing. This is from a company called Manière d'Ivoire. Khaki tones are really in. I mean, it was like huge in the spring, but this is also high-waisted, so this is like really great if you're not confident about showing like your stomach and abdominal areas.
Right.
So this
Could
is
we
like,
pair this
really
together?
Good. Yes, you can
And make
obviously
it
like
like a
pair this together.
kind of a fun, relaxed yet dressy night out with
if
a
you
pair
don't mind
of heels.
holding the property. There you go, like with that. And we can put the leather jacket on top. You can make it casual. You want to go for like a night out after, go for dinner. It's perfect.
Just want to show it to our viewers. So these are some of her looks, some essentials that I think you guys should bring in. And I love this idea that you can just take like your old brother's hoodie or like your old hoodie and cut it. I think that's really fun. And I love pieces that you can kind of wear with flats. And then if you decide like at the end of a great day to go out, you could just put on heels.
Definitely.
So that's really nice. So what else do we have? What's look number 2? I'm going to bring out our model. I
Okay.
know you've styled her.
Perfect.
So Cassandra, come on out.
So this is kind of like a date night. Maxi duster coats. That's my new obsession right now.
Maxi duster coats.
Maxi
Okay.
duster coats. Okay, so basically, it's just like a maxi coat. It's a long coat, but with the material, like it makes it look like formal, casual at the same time. So you can actually like go like day-to-day basis going to school wearing with it, and then you can go for like a day night afterwards.
I love
it. Just
it.
depends how you style it. It can really make like a simple outfit look really formal.
Does it age you though? I know a lot of people are always concerned when they wear like jackets or long jackets that it can add more weight and add more age.
Yeah.
Does it kind of give a little bit more of a mature look?
It does because, because of the collar here. What
Right,
I'm
the
wearing is a
lapel.
trench coat. So, like the lining of like the collar part, that doesn't kind of like age me because it still kind of has that young look. But this collar, I see what you mean. It kind of does make it look formal. So what I would wear, I probably would wear like something like a bodysuit underneath,
Very nice.
something plain. If you want to make it completely casual, wear denim with it.
Okay.
If you don't, you can wear like leather pants, for example, and you want to make it really like young, funky.
And can we get like sort of something like this? You look so nice, by the way. I'd go on a date with you. Can you find something like this in sort of like a Forever 21 in Canada or kind of like
yeah,
an H&M? Like, are
definitely.
these easily accessible pieces to find?
It's definitely huge right now in Zara.
Okay.
Zara and H&M. Those are probably like the best two
So
stores
teen-friendly
right now.
stores, they can kind of
Yeah.
walk in and you guys can kind of get this
course.
look. I love it for a date night.
Definitely.
Okay, so what's our third look? Thank you so much,
Our third
Cassandra.
look, thank you. Our third look is the summer Coachella sort of like
Festival.
inspired, yeah,
Okay.
summer like festival look. Let me just grab that skirt. If you can hold that up for me, that'd be great. Thank you.
This is so cute.
Okay, so
I want
this
to go to a festival now.
is a waterfall coat. I mean, Canada's not really like that warm right now. It's still quite cold, so I'm
Yeah.
still wearing coats.
Yeah, absolutely.
But with like the material's really lightweight and the color is very summery. Like I love this color.
Yeah, it's a nice kind of a blush.
It's mauve.
Mauve pink.
Mauve, yes.
Mauve pink.
That's right.
Very pretty. So would you pair it with this?
Yes, because
Amazing.
lace-ups is really in right now. Like I'm wearing a lace-up top. That's a lace-up
So lace
skirt.
ups for all our teen girls. is
Definitely.
big.
And the neutral colors, that's really, really in right now. I would pair that with a bodysuit. Again, bodysuits is like such a staple piece. It's really like a good essential. It's better than vest tops in my opinion, just because like it just kind of makes you look slimmer.
Right, it holds
Yeah.
everything in.
It holds everything together.
And I think
That's
what's
right.
great is body tops are not expensive. You can get them at any store, and I think it's a staple
like
for girls.
Sirens,
Yeah.
Urban Planet, you can get them for like $10.
In a lot of teen-friendly stores, you guys
That's
can
right.
pair them over denim jackets. You can pair them over coats like that. I love them. I think they're so
Exactly.
so essential.
The third look is another maxi duster coat, but it's just the color. You can differ like different types of, I don't know, like casual, but this is more formal because I think it's nude.
Yeah,
I love
it's a bit more
nude.
dressier.
It's a bit more dressy, so I would wear this sort of like for like a date night, and I would pair this with like suede leggings, so make it really like formal.
And I know
outgoing.
Kylie Jenner did something like that. She was going out on a date night. It's funny you say that. I just got the image of
Yeah.
her. She did this with like a pair of like heels and a.
That's what
a high
Karrueche
top.
wore also.
Right.
Like she wore complete like nude maxi duster coat, nude crop top, nude leggings with a lace-up heels.
I'm gonna give you this
thank
beautiful
you.
piece.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're gonna call up our next look is Olivia. Oh my God, Olivia! I think we have something in common.
Oh my God.
It's literally the same bomber jackets but in different colors.
See, I'm trying to be hip and cool like a teen. Have I done well? Can I get some sort of
Yes.
like
Yes.
something to keep me feeling like I'm young?
Okay, so with bomber jackets, there's 3 different types. You
Okay.
have padded, which is like a flight jacket, which is like really like big, padded. You have a lightweight, which is non-padded. So if you feel like you don't want to look bigger, you go for the lightweight. And if you are like conscious about showing like your top half, you can always go for the long line, which is a longer style bomber. I don't have it with me today, but it's basically just same bomber, but it ends like there.
Desi, a lot of teens that I see wearing bomber jackets always think it makes them look bigger. Is that true, or is there a way that you can kind of make yourself look the way you are, like not adding weight or taking anything away from you?
I don't know, it's kind of like the Tumblr look.
Right.
Like, you know, a lot of like Tumblr, sorry. They go for the oversized look.
Okay.
They go for the oversized, extra large bomber just to give it like that swag. But I go for exactly my size. I go for size small because I think wearing large just makes me look even bigger. Like I look voluptuous. Like I feel like a hot air balloon because it's just so big. I feel like I'm about to float.
I feel like I'm in Drake's music video in this look, but I love it. It's really urban. Okay, thank you so much, Olivia.
Thank you.
So what's our next look? I need one more look before we cut to break.
Okay, so I'm going to be talking about leather pants.
Okay, so we're going to look at leather on the other side of the break. We're going to talk about why it's another staple to add to your wardrobe as we talk about so much more right after the break. Hi everyone. Before the break, we were looking at some celebrity-inspired, fashion-inspired, some fabulous spring styles for teens to follow. We left off on leather. Obviously, leather is always a hot trend. Dusty, tell me about leather. I love leather.
So, okay, when you go to like high street stores, predominantly you're gonna see a lot of leather jackets, leather pants. It was so huge like last year. But what's actually upcoming this year, I think for summer and spring, is suede. So what I have here is actually leather pants incorporated with suede knee patch. And again, lace-ups is my favorite. Kind of gives that like, I don't know, it's kind of like sexy, but not too like out there. Exactly. Can I have a look? Sorry.
I really like that. I really like it.
With the gray tones as well. That was like really in style last season. But this also like actually comes in a black, but I prefer gray in my opinion, just because black is like so overdone.
Very harsh.
Everybody like had black leather pants. You want to go with something different this season.
I absolutely love it, and I think what's great about this is it kind of wraps up all the three trends you talked about. There's lace, there's tie-up, there's suede, there's leather all in one, and it's a really kind of fun yet sexy piece.
Yeah.
Okay, so for all our viewers, up on our screen right now is the looks that Dusty showed us in studio today, so you can take a look at them. You can kind of see how you can have that urban vibe, you can have more for dressier vibe, you can have Cassandra's vibe with a waterfall coat. There's so many great looks you can do, which leads me to ask one very important question. Dressing for your body. I know a lot of teenagers, you know, as they watch No Filter and as we meet them, they're always like, we're so conscious about how we look. We're so conscious about how we present ourselves. We're in a world where we're always being watched.
Of course.
They want to enjoy fashion. They love these trends, but a lot of them are nervous to wear things. You know, my arms are too big. My stomach is out. I'm not fit enough. My bum's not toned enough. Squat season. All these seasons that are always being hashtagged on Instagram. Prom season. Dressy season. As a stylist and as somebody in fashion, how can our teens dress on trend and still be confident in their looks? Like, how can you play with different looks?
Well, I think number one thing that you always and must like do is actually familiarize yourself with your body type, your body shape. I mean, before, like about 2-3 years ago, I was actually a little bit more skinnier.
Right.
I was actually like a 00, so I had no shape whatsoever. I was just so skinny, kind of like square looking. I wanted to look a little bit more curvy. Everyone's looking up to like Kim Kardashian. Everybody who's curvy was like so idolized. So I spent a lot of time trying on clothes and buying clothes that would make me look curvier.
Okay.
But it just didn't work, basically. It just didn't work. So what I found is like materials, patterns, things like that, that can actually accentuate your curves. My stomach area is probably my most like conscious.
Your girl moment area, as we all have one.
That's why I don't really like showing. So I wear a lot of high-waisted pants.
Okay.
So if you don't like your stomach area, abdominal area, go for the
So you can
high-waisted
still follow
pants.
trends. You just need to kind of know.
That's right.
Okay.
So for like the plus size and curvier girls, there's a misconception about wearing the color black and it makes them slimmer. I think it's just like a psychological thing that society has made you think that if you wear black, you are slimmer, you are thinner.
Right.
But you cannot buy a black dress that's gonna make you 2 size like dressed
Right. You're
down,
gonna look
right?
ultimately what your actual shape is.
Yeah,
Right,
you're
exactly.
still gonna be the same size.
Do you girls feel that? Like, do a lot of your friends, like, as you guys go shopping, they're like, okay, I'm gonna buy black, like I'm bloated, or I'm gonna buy
Yeah.
black, I don't like this area. Like, do you guys actually relate to this concept?
Yeah, it's definitely all psychological. But I do it too. Like when I go to the store, if there's like a whole bunch of shirts on the rack, I always go for the black one because I'm like, Mom, I'm gonna look the skinniest in that one. And I feel that, like, I think I just put the idea in my head so much that now when I wear black, I'm like, oh, I look thinner. But it's not the truth.
Do you have areas of your body, Olivia, that like you're like, okay, I want to hide or not, or are you someone who's like, you know what, I'm not gonna get caught up in this. I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna embrace it.
Yeah, no, not really. I'm kind of just like confident in my own skin, go
Yay.
do my own thing.
Good.
So, yeah.
What about your friends?
Um,
Now with summer season and festival season and spring season.
Sometimes they'll make the little comment like, oh, like need to lose like 5 pounds or whatever, but I don't think they're really
It doesn't
serious.
affect their dressing
Yeah, it doesn't
as
really
much.
affect it. Yeah.
Okay, because I know when I used to grow up, a lot of my friends were affected by it. You know, they wanted to follow trends. They wanted to follow so many styles, and they were like, oh, but I can't do it.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have the legs, or I don't have the arms, or if I have the legs, I don't have the arms, so I want to hide it. I want to wear a blazer. I want to wear a cardigan. I want to, you know, I want to wear a crop top, but I can't. And I think that's something that you touched on for teens. As long as they know how to
Yeah.
play with fabrics,
Exactly.
I think it's so easy to do it. And I think that's a great tip she gave. If you have, you know, your abdominal area and you're not too confident about it, I think wearing high waist is really nice because you can enjoy so many trends at the same time and not limit yourself.
Exactly.
What about for the upper body if you're bigger on the top?
So I tend to stay away from wearing anything low cuts, V-necks. Why I'm wearing a lace up today, and like it has like a high collar neck because the focus is on the pattern. The focus is on the high collar
it's
neck and not my chest. I mean, I have like a bigger chest size, but the only thing that really makes me conscious is wearing like off-shoulder top, bandeau dresses, like really like
really
string
like-
tops,
right.
right? So I tend to really cover myself with, like trench coats, like maxi duster coats, and like leather jackets. It's just so that I'm not showing it too much. I don't mind like showing my legs, but my top half, I'm always covering it with like the right amount of coverage. Materials is also everything.
Right.
I mean, if you have a bigger chest, don't wear leather tops.
Yeah.
You know,
Find
because
something
it's just
that
going to
works with
accentuate
your-
the size.
Okay, and as teens, girls, is there any message that, like, when you think about this idea and you think about spring trends and you think about fashion, is there anything you kind of want the other teenagers in Ontario and the York region watching to remember?
I think just remember that what matters more is what you think of yourself, not what other people think, because you're your worst critic, honestly. So if you think you look bad in something, you probably look really good. And like you think, oh, my stomach looks big in this, or my chest looks too big in this. It's probably only you that thinks that, and everyone else thinks you look
Olivia?
good.
Yeah, basically what Cassandra said. Just be confident in what you're wearing and love yourself.
Dusty, from UK to Canada, you've
Yes.
seen it all. Can you give me one really, really quick suggestion for our teen viewers that are watching you? For those that are watching Dusty all the way in UK, they're going to stream this after it airs. For those that are in Canada that are excited to watch it, and I know you have a huge following, what can you recommend for teenagers and especially women in dressing?
I mean, like, my biggest tip is don't ever think that is your body size, your body shape that is wrong. It's actually the type of clothes that you've chosen to wear that is, you know, that doesn't suit you, that's incorrect. So what you want to do is just explore and take your time and explore what really suits you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode. Thank you so much for coming all the
you.
way from UK. Stay tuned for next week, everyone.